Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, things in his cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah. Everybody out there listening to me, put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey, why don't you join? Yeah. Whoa, Steve Harvey, come on, y'all. Better give me some eggs. Steve Harvey, yeah, join in me. Come with me, help me say, I'm so afraid to go home. You gotta turn it on, yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the moment, y'all. Turn it on. Turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn them up, Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Yeah, man. God is in the blessing business all day, every day. God got hundreds of millions of blessings that he passes out every day. All I want to do is be the recipient, that I'm the recipient of what he has for me. That's all I want. I just want God's favor, and I want God's blessings. You know, of course, I need his mercy and his grace, but I just want his blessings and his favor. I want that in my life because it does things for me that I'm absolutely incapable of doing for myself. And I've been a recipient of many of those. And you can be the recipient of them too. You already are, really. Really, you already are. If you're getting up every morning, that's a blessing. If you're getting one day closer to anything you're trying to accomplish, that's a blessing. But now let me talk to you about this part right here, folks, because this is the part that messes people up a great deal. What happens when you get off track? What is that? What does that mean when you get off track? See, I've been off track. I can't tell you how many times. And it happens in so many aspects of your life. But what is it that makes getting off track so debilitating to some people? You know, there are some people who once they're off track, they off course, they off the dream, they on to something else. And you cannot allow the fact that you've gotten off track to stop you. Can I tell you something? Everybody gets off track. There are people who are living their life's dreams in spite of getting off track. See, what happens when you get off track, here's the simple thing to do. The simple thing is just to get back on track. Now, but that's easier said than done, ain't it, Steve? Yeah, because see, people, when you get off track, here's some of the things that happen. See, you get here come the naysayers, some of them from the outside, some of them internally. Here's what gets said when you get off track. See, I told you. You know, you start hearing that. It's not for you. Okay? This is all just because you got off track. It's not for you. Okay, here's another one. it ain't meant to be. You can hear it or you can say it. Well, I guess it's just not meant to be. But let me ask you a question, though. Who made the rule that when you get off track, you can't get back on? Who made that rule? Where is that written that once you get off track, you can't get back on? See, because I'm going to tell you something, folks. There's no such rule. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. See, everybody in pursuit of a dream, a goal, an aspiration, or a mission is going to get off track sometimes. You're going to get derailed. There are going to be days where you're not going to get it right. There are going to be days where you feel like giving up. There's going to be days when you're just going to flat out get it wrong. That's the journey. But let me tell you something. Every successful person that I know, ever met, talked to, sat down and chopped it up with have shared one thing in common. We all get off track. We all get it wrong along the way. I don't care who the person is. The president got it wrong along the way. Your pastor got it wrong along the way. Choir director got it wrong along the way. The principal at your school got it wrong along the way. The valedictorian of your class got it wrong along the way. The star of the team got it wrong along the way. They've all been off track. Your boss down at your job, he got it wrong along the way. Your immediate supervisor got it wrong along the way. Everybody I know that has any measure of success in every level that you call success, however you want to label it, has gotten off track. As a matter of fact, it's impossible. Listen to me. It is impossible not to get off track in pursuit of your dreams, goals, visions, aspirations. It is impossible. Don't you let nobody tell you that they got through life unscathed, that they made it because they was just so determined and I would let nothing turn me back. Yeah, you might not have let nothing turn you back because you're here. Oh, but you thought about it. Oh, you thought about it on days when you was off track. But see, people don't like to tell the whole story. They just want you to think as much as you can about them. So when they tell you their story, they leave out the stuff along the way. It was just hard work and determination that got me here. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was the fact that you got off track and the grace and mercy of God allowed you to get back on. His forgiveness allowed you to get back on because you would not believe what some of the people have done. So when you get off track, don't allow the naysayers outside and the big naysayer inside. Because let me tell you something. The biggest naysayer of them all comes from inside. See, it don't matter what other people say out there. It takes some time for you to learn this, and I understand, because it took me some time to learn it. See, I have a lot of naysayers out there, but I ain't operating for them. I operate and function for the ones that love me, for the ones that get me, for the ones that understand what I'm really trying to do. And so don't you be the one that doesn't allow yourself to get back on track when you get off track. Because like I said, who made the rule up that you can't get back on track? There's no such rule out there. Stop stopping yourself from getting it right. So what? You started a diet at the beginning of the year and you already off. Start another one. Start over. Try it again. Don't ever stop trying. If you stop trying, you can't make it. But if you never give up the effort, if you never give up and say it's over, it ain't over. You heard the saying, it ain't over till the fat lady sang. I never invite her. She's not invited. It ain't over till the fat lady sang. I don't know where the fat lady stay. I have not sent her an invitation to none of my events. She's not welcome here. She didn't ask me a couple of times, how come I never get invited? Because you're going to start singing. And I ain't got time for that. All right? Stop inviting the fat lady to all your events. Thank you.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. It's a crazy world we live in, but still, all in all, in spite of everything, I wake up today with the same gratitude, a little heavy heart, but the same gratitude that I always have. I'm grateful that God is still in the hearing business, the blessing business, the redeeming business, and the forgiving business. I'm asking him to forgive me for anything that I might say today that's not Christian-like. I will not be focusing on my Christian side today much at all anyway, and so I ask him to forgive me for my flaws, because today I don't feel like it. I'm off the line today, and I do that from time to time because I am an imperfect soldier for Christ. So today, I might not be on the white line like I'm supposed to as a Christian, but that's just fine with me. I'll get back on it when I feel better. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Steve Harvey Morning Show, starring Shirley Strawberry Collifield, Mississippi Monica Jr., and the legend of Nephew Tommy. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin with some moment of levity. Junior, I'm scared to ask you what's on your mind because you don't even look good on Zoom. See right there. Got your arms folded.
You know what it is, huh?
What is it, Junior?
Because as a comedian, see, this is where it gets hard, how the job go. So as a comedian, we supposed to show the society what it is, what's funny about what we do in life, and you just don't feel like that every day. See, after days like the other day, just don't feel like we supposed to be, because you're killing people look like me. And see, I'm supposed to sit up here and stand on stage and talk about what's wrong and make you laugh about it. That ain't how I feel on the job. I don't feel that way. And so you 65, how you do it? How you find out how to make these moments levity?
Well, in the beginning, there are a lot of moments that just don't have levity to it. Because we are affected by this world and these conditions and these situations just like everybody else. Our job is to provide moments of levity in dark times. That's as a diversion. So today, we'll try to do some of that today. We'll try to throw a little diversion. But at the same time, we got to grapple with how we feel. And some days, the comedian, see, here's a part about it is, we that are stand-ups usually is for an hour. On this radio show, we got 4 hours to produce some highlight moments of laughter. The rest of the day, the three of us that are in this business happen to be African-American men, which I prefer to be called black, though. I'm a black man. I like that much better. I prefer that.
Absolutely.
Because they just keep the American part so hidden sometimes and so unavailable to me. And, I love to be African-American. Y'all just put me in the Constitution, the whole thing. I don't want to be in pieces of it, just the whole thing. So today, we'll carry on. And, I might say something crazy. I might not.
You might. You think?
I'm going to try not to.
All right. Coming up in 32 minutes after the hour, Nephew Tommy is going to run that prank back for us right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right. It is time to start your morning off with the nephew and run that prank back. What you got for us, Nev?
Here it is. Check settlement. Let's go, cat dog, if you would. Thank you.
Hello?
Right. I'm trying to reach, please.
This is she.
How you doing? It's attorney over at and Associates.
Uh-huh.
All right. Want to give you a call. I just got your file that hit my desk, and we got a check going out to you on Monday. You came in yesterday, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Listen, we got a few little glitches here we want to go over with. I want to go over with you and make sure we get this all ironed out before you come in on Monday, and I'll have a check definitely waiting on you when you get here. All right. You're supposed to be getting $6,410.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's being reduced to $1,200 due to injuries not being as bad as they say it was. A lot of calculations got really mixed up on our paperwork here. And please keep in mind that on the $1,200, we still haven't taken out our fee, which is like about $33 1/3. We'll have a check for you on Monday in the ballpark of $400 to $500.
Hold on. Okay, I'm still not getting it. So what was the total amount that y'all got from the law, from the insurance?
Evidently, the person that did these calculations completely did them wrong. I do apologize for this being a mishap on our part, and it's totally screwed up. And I do apologize on the behalf of the association here that we've dropped the ball on that. But your actual check has been reduced to $1,200. Okay? And that's without us taking the law fees out of it. So
That doesn't sound right, because how would $6,000 cover the doctor bill and the chiropractor?
Well, from my understanding, man, what they're also stating is that your injuries are not that bad. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. They're actually wondering if you were actually hurt at all. So
I was actually hurt because I even had to get injections.
Okay.
From the chiropractor.
Okay, and do you have any? I have some medical documents here, and I understand that you've been going, and you probably, it looks like you went over at least 2 months going to the doctor and getting therapy, and
that was his call. That was the chiropractor's call. That wasn't my decision.
Okay, well
that was his call for my injury.
Exactly, and a lot of these doctor fees and that you've gone to has eaten up a lot of these funds. And I tell you, these doctor bills, they get pretty high out there. I do want to apologize. What we're going to do here, since we've dropped the ball on this, we're going to give you the check for $1,200 and not even take the law fees out of it. And I'll have that check waiting on you on Monday morning.
That's still okay. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to figure out is I need to see some paperwork of stating what was the total amount check that was written from the insurance company, plus what was the portion that was supposed to be taken out for the chiropractor, plus what was the portion that was supposed to be taken out from the doctors itself. From the amount that you're telling me, $6,000, that's not wouldn't have covered that, and leave me with only $1,200.
Okay, I'm not at liberty to let you look at this paperwork anymore. I'm calling you basically to let you know I have a $1,200 check for you. If you don't want that, then you can go ahead and take some other legal action.
That doesn't sound right. Why would, from the entire month, because I got the paperwork from the chiropractor stating what amount was paid.
I understand that, ma'am. What I'm trying to let you know, Manisha, is what's going on right now is the response coming back is that you're not actually hurt at all. That's what they're saying. They're saying you're not hurt at all. Actually, I don't want to use the words, but they're saying that you've been faking this the whole time.
I need to see some paperwork before I try to check it. This doesn't sound right. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, right now, I'm the last person that this file is going to come across. It's coming across my desk. This is pretty much a take it or leave it option, and if you don't
leave it option, no. Now, you don't have to get attitude with me because you are my lawyer and I am your client.
Well, you're not going to raise your voice. You're not going to raise your voice at me. That's not going to happen either. So let's pipe it down a bit, okay? Now, here's what we're going to do. Do you want the $1,200 check or do you not want it? Now, I've already waived the fees of the attorneys here. Do you want the $1,200 or do you want me to reduce it to $400?
No, I don't want $1,200 because I'm going to take you to court. Because that doesn't sound right for you to me around. You're supposed to be my lawyer.
I'm being the best attorney that you probably could afford, young lady. Okay? And I'm trying to do the best I can to help you. Now, if from what I understand is...
I'm sorry, sir, that's not going to be acceptable. I just have to get a lawyer to sue you because that's not acceptable.
You people continue to want to...
I came in the office yesterday when we came in. How all of us work got me...
I wasn't there during the meeting yesterday. Like I said, these papers just landed on my desk today. What I'm not going to tolerate is you people consistently wanting to file a lawsuit on somebody. Now you want to file a lawsuit on me. You're going way too far with this.
This doesn't sound right. I want to talk to because I've never heard of you. I only heard of...
Okay. Well, now you've heard of me. And I work here as well. And I'm not going to stand you dismantling me the way that you're doing.
I just have to get a lawyer to sue you because that's not acceptable.
I got one more thing. This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked. You got pranked by your husband.
I want to kick you.
Oh, your husband told me. She been waiting on that check.
Yeah, I had me hot. I was about to go by that little office tomorrow when I get off of work.
All right, baby, let me ask you something. Tell Tommy, what is the baddest radio show in the land?
Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, baby, look here. Get your check.
I'm not going to brag today. I don't feel like it. Don't have it in my heart or in my spirit.
But there it is. That's the prank of the day. You can catch me, keeping it stupid, baby. It's going down Saturday at the Fox in Detroit, Michigan, the Fox Theater. It's Jokes and Jams. I got Donnell Rollins. I got Capone. I got Red Grant. I got that girl Kelly Kells, Tony Roberts, OMG, hosted by yours truly. And I got D. Ray Davis, and the Jams is Juvenile. The Jams belongs to Juvenile. That is Jokes and Jams, Detroit, Michigan, Saturday night, May 27th at the Fox Theater. Tickets on sale right now.
All right, go see the nephew. Coming up next, it is Ask the CLO, Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, guys, time now for Ask the CLO, Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey in the building. Let's go, because I know he's ready. Now, Steve, this one is from a grandmother. She's in Arlington, Texas. She says, this is not a love question, but I need your help with my granddaughter. She is 13 years old and keeps getting in trouble in school for cursing and keeping it real. She told her classmate where to go and how to get there, and she almost got suspended. She has no filter. Whatever comes up, comes out. Her mother and I don't curse, but she is very good at it. I drew the line Sunday when she called our pastor a snitch after he caught her cursing and told me about it. What am I going to do with her?
Well, truth of the matter is, now let's be fair. Your pastor is a snitch. That's what they call them now.
Amen.
Your granddaughter has taken on prison terminology and turned it into her life. I can't help you.
Yeah, that's
I'm last person you should call about cussing. I don't know what to tell you.
13 though? Woo.
Yeah, 13. God started cussing
He
when I
was
was
cussing
4.
at 13?
Yeah. 13, I was expert. I didn't have the right combinations because I didn't know. I just put them together and they was jumbled. Now the combinations is so I really
it's
don't.
creative.
Yeah, you can say you don't cuss, Grandma, and I understand that, and her mother may not, but she done picked it up somewhere, and it's an ugly habit. It's not a cute habit on a girl or a boy to tell you the truth, because if you can't monitor it and harness it, it can lead to a lot of problems down the road.
Yeah.
You got to sit her down and explain to her about what it is to be a lady. I don't know if that's going to do any good, but that's all I got for you. Because I think all my kids cuss. I think every last one of them. And I don't say a damn thing when I hear it because I get it.
There you go. And there you go. All right,
I ain't the best.
Let's move on. This one's from Derek in Largo, Maryland. Derek says, I'm a married man and I own a small junk removal business. My wife is the bookkeeper and comes in once a week to do payroll. I have a young new driver that's fresh out of jail for selling weed. I hired him on the spot, hoping to give him a chance to earn honest money. Friday, I returned from the barbershop and the new guy and my wife were sitting in her car smoking weed. My wife can't understand why I'm very upset. She asked me not to fire this guy. I want to fire her too. Am I overreacting?
Well,
they're going to do it.
I think the problem ain't her sitting in the car getting fired. Her problem is what she doing in the car with the dude smoking weed. You know, how they done got that comfortable and she's supposed to be running the company. That's stupid business practice. Yeah. My bigger problem with now, I'm firing him. Why you in this man's car smoking weed?
Yeah.
Is my question.
Not a good look, wifey.
Yeah, so.
No, you're not overreacting.
You underreacting if you ask me.
Right. All right. Kelly in South Bend, Indiana says, I'm a 31-year-old woman dating a 28-year-old man. We met at a hookah lounge and bonded over our love for spoken word and jazz. He's a songwriter during the day, and at night he's in the studio working on a rap album. I know he's a great writer, but I'm not sure if rapping is his thing. His lyrics are very inspirational, so I don't know who he's making this music for. Should I tell him nicely that his music isn't all that?
Well, I don't know if you should tell him if his music's all that. It's just, do you want to sign up for this relationship with this dude that's finna be broke for a long time?
Yeah.
He a songwriter in the day.
Nice.
You don't know none of his songs. He a rapper at night, and you don't like none of the raps.
But she says she contradicts herself because she says they're very inspirational.
Hey, yeah, the inspirational. When the last good-ass inspirational rap you done heard?
Exactly.
Because all the hits I heard on the radio ain't a damn now one of them inspirational. Come on, girl, get you some, your booty clap. Come on, make that booty clap. If it's inspirational to the strippers, then okay. But I don't know how he gonna make no money with, keep your head up.
You got your Common and J. Cole's and ain't a lot of them this inspiration.
All right. This is from a podcast listener named Tuesday. Tuesday says, I'm in my mid-30s and I've been in a polyamorous relationship for 4 years now.
What that mean?
More than one lover. The man and then, yeah. All right, my boyfriend and I have a 3-year-old son, and my mother took him away from us. I dropped him off at her house a week ago so that I could run errands, and she wouldn't let me in when I came back. A week later, and she's still not letting me take my son. My boyfriend is ready to call the police, but I won't let him. Our bedroom behavior does not impact my son in any way. How can I get my mom to understand this? What?
Your mama can't take your baby? This ain't your car keys. This a child. You can't take nobody baby from them because you don't like their lifestyle. What are you talking about? You don't like this polyamorous or polygamy or whatever you having at the house? Meringue pie. I don't know what y'all doing. But whatever it is.
Is that what you meant? Menage
I don't know what y'all doing.
I know you too well, Steve
menage a trois. That is what I was talking about. I know something about a lemon meringue or something.
I know you do. Meringue mirage.
What y'all in there doing?
Tomato.
Yeah, but if you having this thing at y'all's house, that ain't got nothing to do with your baby, man. Your mom can't take your baby from you. Your sex life has nothing to do with your parenting skills. The two are separate. You can be a lousy husband and be a great father. Your boyfriend is right. Your boyfriend can call now.
Yeah. But
she doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to.
That's his child.
Yeah.
She don't want to call alone to mama.
All right,
why don't y'all kick the window in?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Old school relationship advice means well most of the time, but some of it is out of touch and should become a thing of the past. Some of these rules or tips need to be redefined and clarified for the time we live in now. This is according to psychologist Dr. Joshua Klapow. For example, Klapow. For example, Steve, the old cliche, and this is biblical, don't go to bed angry. Dr. Klapow says, we've heard this classic, but it's unrealistic. And sometimes going to bed mad and sleeping on it is better. What do you say?
Do you agree with that?
Well, I don't agree with that. I wish we could go to bed and not be mad. I really do.
Right.
Don't nobody want to go to bed mad. You got to sleep backs to each other. Somebody roll over and touch you, you jumping. Get your damn foot off me. No, nobody want that. I think it's better to do that. Now, is it realistic to expect not to ever go to bed mad? No, I don't think it is.
That's what he's saying.
But that show ain't good to go to bed mad.
Right. If not, we're going to be up all night.
Or you'll wake up mad.
Let me tell you something.
Remember that I hate that.
If you let a woman go to bed mad, she wake up, she gonna be just as mad or madder because she done thought about some more stuff.
Yes.
Now dudes wake up and go, hey baby, how you doing? How the hell you think how was I last night when you shut your eyes?
Exactly.
Yeah. So no, I think he's wrong about that. It's not healthy.
All right, Dr. Klapow says you can change them. He says it's a romantic idea, the old cliche, you can change them. But he points out it's not your responsibility to change anyone, right?
I agree with him 100%.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
It's not your job to change anyone, nor do you have the ability.
Right. That's something that women have. I mean, we may as well admit that. We're always trying to change.
Absolutely, Shirley.
And I think it's the nurturer in us. We always, we always
change him, girl.
yeah.
I can change.
I know he's like that right now, but once he
Give me 6 months.
Yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. Let me work on him, girl.
Yeah, don't worry.
Let me do my thing. Yeah.
I got this.
Girl, you're going to have to work it every day, though.
Yeah.
You work it every day. I'll change for you. You do it every day.
Yeah, but
boy.
women are guilty of that. All right, here's another one. Some people never change. That's the cliche, the old school cliche. Dr. Klepow says on the flip side, the suggestion that someone is incapable of changing is wrong. And it ignores the fact that we all have control over our choices. So
I absolutely agree with that. That's 100% true.
yeah.
He's only said one thing I didn't agree with.
And that was the first one. Yeah.
I agree with that. You
Don't go to bed,
People
man.
change.
Yeah.
People change, man.
All right.
All the time.
Here's another one, old school. Love will keep you together. Love will keep you together. He says this works in an old romantic movie, but in real life, it takes a lot more than love to make it work.
Whoa! What's love got to do?
Yeah.
Got to do with it.
Come on, Tina.
What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's
All right, you better
love
take it up.
gotta do? Ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
Yeah.
You need a
Takes
way
work,
more
huh?
than love.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
honor that commitment. That'll make you
you got
stay
to
and work it out.
compromise, love,
Yes.
understanding, take
Yes.
the blame, eat it.
Not be right all the time.
Boy,
He said eat it.
Yeah,
eat that.
yeah.
It didn't.
Chew on it.
Nah. It ain't never worked for me. Never.
All right, here's
Junior.
No, that love thing. I told her I love her, but my replacement was at the door. When you open, I'm just like, who is this? Oh, this Chris. We going to dinner. You ain't Chris. I love you though.
to the left, to the left, to the left.
Manage him through.
June, you've been played so hard. It's
Man.
scary.
Yeah. It's almost like, what?
But Junior, you've grown up now. You're 40
Oh, yeah,
now.
yeah.
You're
That was
good
fun.
now. Yeah, that was back. Yeah,
I ain't had nothing.
we've all been through some things like that, though.
Oh, yeah. Chalk it up to the game.
Yeah. All right, old school. Love will keep. Know your role in the relationship. That's old school. Dr. Klepow says, forget this old gender stereotype, and remember, there is not a required way for you to act. Your role in a relationship shouldn't always be the same. It's constantly shifting.
Okay,
and,
hold
that's a
on.
good
I
thing.
missed it. Start over, Shirley.
All right.
I didn't understand.
Okay.
Know your role?
Know your role in the relationship. That's old school thinking, okay? Dr. Klepow says, forget this old gender stereotype and remember there is not a required way for you to act. That's new school thinking. He says your role in a relationship isn't going to be the same all the time. It's constantly changing, and that's a good thing. That's
makes
what he's
sense.
saying. He says it'll shift organically.
Yeah.
And that's a
Change
good
with
thing.
the times.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You think your role should stay the same in a relationship?
Well, I mean, I think your roles have to be defined so that everybody has an understanding of positioning. And then I think there has to be some type of give and take
Yeah.
where sometimes the other person can do that. I'm not saying like roles like you do all the cleaning and I'm not talking about that.
Yeah. But if you're
But-
good with money,
Yeah.
do the
I
money
mean,
thing.
Yeah. I mean, and that
And
could
if
be
you-
either side.
If you role playing, then your roles change. Like, I might be Batman one night, you know what I'm saying? But then next night I might be Incredible Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Your roles do change. So you have to know that.
You're right. Organically, right, nephew?
And
Organic.
organically and realistically, you're neither one.
Superhero.
All right, here's old school. You should stay with them for better or for worse.
That's not happening.
He says we all want to think our partner will stick around no matter what, but if a relationship is unhealthy, you don't need to stick it out.
Out till death do us.
Get out.
All right, we do have to get out. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now for Would You Rather. Let's play around. Let's get into it. Would you rather sing everything you speak, or would you rather dance every time you walk?
Oh,
I'd rather sing everything I say.
hey,
We know that's what you want.
I'm not going to be that happy-ass black person.
Dancing every time you walk.
nah.
Doing a little
Yes.
jig.
Yeah.
So sing something, Steve.
Would you like to ask me a question?
Okay, what time is our meeting today? Our conference call meeting.
The time of the meeting will be somewhere about 2:45. I want you, Carla, Tommy. I want Junior Gun, Mississippi, Monica. I want everybody on Zoom. Get plenty of room. See you on the phone call. 3 hours afternoon.
He sings everything. I just
But all his songs gonna be long though, surely.
Yes. All right, so here's another one. Would you rather have Christmas twice a year, or would you rather have your birthday twice a year?
Birthday.
Christmas.
You'd rather have your
Birthday.
birthday twice? More than
Hell
Christmas?
yeah. Hell yeah.
Why not Christmas, huh?
I thought you
Man, you know how many
Christmas.
money I got to spend on Margie?
Christmas. Oh,
and your
She
birthday is
already
all
got
about you.
Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, damn anniversary, her birthday. Hell no. We ain't finna do Christmas twice. Hell no. She got enough stuff.
Okay, perspective. I got you.
okay.
Right.
Coins.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
All right. Would you rather be the commissioner of the NFL or be the general manager of your favorite NFL team?
Oh.
Would you rather be the commissioner of the NFL or would you rather be the general manager of your favorite NFL sports team? Which one?
General manager ain't doing nothing. I need to be out front. I'm gonna be the commissioner.
Yeah, the commissioner and the check way better.
But I'll tell you right now, Deshaun Watson would be playing for the Browns right now.
Deshaun Watson
He would be what?
Playing for the Browns right now. No criminal charges. We have none against you here either.
Yep. Yeah.
So the commissioner, because he's out front.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Junior, for the
Oh, the
Texans?
commissioner. Yeah,
Exactly.
commissioner. He wouldn't be in Cleveland if I was the commissioner.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
Well, good thing your little ass ain't the commissioner. Hater.
All right. Thank you, guys. That is today's round of Would You Rather. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Well, Steve and Tommy, you two are like the grilling experts on the show, the barbecue experts on the show. So Memorial Day is coming up, and I wanted to know if you guys had any tips for us
Tips for grilling.
for grilling.
Let me go first. He's been cooking long now. Let me go first. This is what bothers me about people grilling.
Okay.
Quit putting all that lighter fluid on your charcoal or your wood. That just drives me crazy.
Jesus, man.
Do you realize your meat smells just like that lighter fluid? It tastes like that.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
come on, man. Get you some wood. They got some natural wood starters that you can put in there and light those up. And now your wood or your charcoal, whichever one you're using, doesn't taste like or smell like all this gas lighter fluid you done put on there. That's one of my tips right there. That's a pet peeve of mine.
Oh, okay.
So let me just piggyback
mad.
off that
Okay.
and say, to start your fire, they sell what Tommy's talking about is fire starters, wood starters, Weber little white chunks. They got matchsticks that burn naturally that you can put on them. But they have these things that look like coffee cans. They look like a big giant coffee mug. You put your charcoal in it and light it from the bottom.
Right.
And that can get your charcoal started a little bit more even for you. You don't pour the charcoal in the basin of your thing. You pour the charcoal in this like big round pot. And
it's got a
start
handle
it
on it.
like that. Yeah, it's got a handle on it. Then you just pour it in there and they'll burn even. This is little stuff you can learn. I have another tip when it's my turn.
Okay.
Wow.
Here's another. People that are, amateurs at grilling. They throw their chicken on and then you think 20 minutes later your chicken is done. Your chicken ain't done. Okay.
20 minutes is not.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
No, it's
Well,
not.
how
It
come
is
it
not
takes so
done.
long? Dang.
Shirley,
I mean-
grilling is a sport.
Oh, is it?
And why are
Yeah,
you
you take
talking
your time.
while we talking
Stop.
about cooking? Why are you eating?
Harley wrote this
I'm
for
trying,
us.
I'm trying to stay awake. Is what
Why
I'm
it
doing.
takes so long? Well, learn how to cook.
Because I'm trying to stay
You
awake.
could be
That's why I'm
awake.
talking.
Hell, the people would come over your house and not leave so much if you could cook. You'd have
Whatever,
company.
bring something.
So listen, while you cooking your chicken, keep flipping it, and don't be afraid to slice a piece and see where you are. If you see little light red water, you need to cook a little longer. That means there's still some blood in there. Keep
Oh, that's
cooking
blood.
Yeah,
your chicken. Keep flipping it and keep cooking. That's all I'm asking.
Look, man, grilling ain't no thing where you can leave your meat for 10 minutes and walk off somewhere. That ain't what this is.
There's some people going in the house for 30 minutes. What did you do?
No, you can't do that when you grilling. Grilling is a sport. It's an activity.
Yes.
You got to move that chicken to the front, to the back. Go ahead.
Side to side.
Okay,
Can I
let's
have
go
a
back.
tip real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I have one?
Jay?
Okay. I don't know nothing about grilling. I think what you guys are saying is great. I'm
What
just
is we-
saying, if you're at a barbecue, please bring good ass plates, okay? If the sign says cheap plates, if it says cheap plates, damn it, don't bring them, okay? It says
can do
cheap
that.
plates right there. Bring good ass plates.
All right, Jay.
People
All right,
do that
all right.
on the ground.
I can do that.
Here's one quick one. I give it back to Uncle Steve. When you he said your charcoals, how you even them out, when you get it going. But some of us like to have a real hot side and then a warm side while you cook it. You understand? So you may have more wood or more charcoals on one side, and then on another side you still got wood and charcoals, but it's not as heavy as the other side. That's just one of my tips.
Yeah, my tip
okay.
is I have the back side of my grill. I put no charcoal back there.
There you go.
On the back side, I put none.
Okay.
So you can move some meat off that heat if it's cooking too fast.
A little cooling spot.
Those are, you gotta have what Tommy's talking about, a cool spot on the grill. I put no charcoal on the back fourth of the grill. I put no charcoal.
This was so exciting.
And you can
thank
set the
guys.
money on, you can set the meat on top of each piece if you have to.
All right.
To keep it off
You
the
can stack
flame.
it.
And Shirley, don't rush us with your non-cooking ass. There's people who care about this.
This is fascinating.
everybody ain't
the
gonna be
first one
outside
in
on
line
the-
for a plate, though.
Right.
Yes.
And ain't nobody coming to your house eating out no damn crock pot on
We
Memorial.
gotta go. Coming up next, the nephew with today's prank phone calls right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Coming up at the top of the hour, about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. The subject, number 2, will never be number 1. But right now, we'll get to that. Yeah.
I done told you that.
We talk about that a lot on this show. Right now, the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. What you got for us, Neff?
It's time to hit the pool. Summertime is coming. It's here, basically. Title is Naked Lifeguard. Naked
What?
Lifeguard. Don't let this bother you.
You could
I know I ain't the only one on this show that swam naked. I know I ain't the only one. Let's go, Cat. Naked Lifeguard.
Hello.
Hello, I'm trying to reach a Carrie.
Yes, this is Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. My name is Oliver. Oliver. You put in an application with the employment agency about looking for some work as far as being a lifeguard.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay. Have you had much experience being a lifeguard?
Yeah, I've been doing this for a while now, back since I was like 18. I got my CPR certification. I've had as many as like 200 people at one time watching them, so I'm good. I'm good at what I do. I love it.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'll tell you what, I've looked over your application and I've checked everything out thoroughly, and I'm very excited about maybe getting you to, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but public pool. It's actually in subdivision. There's 2 pools there. Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. They're near where I live. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's actually in the back of there's a gated community, and that is actually the particular property that I'm talking about. You coming out and working for us there at the pool site. If we can get you on Monday to Friday, we're going to actually hire some more college students for Saturday and Sunday. What do you say?
Oh, I say okay. That sounds great. Monday through Friday, weekends off. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Now, we start off, job actually pays $25 an hour.
Wow.
You would be our head lifeguard, and we would want you to be there from, if you start at 12, we'd actually like for you to get there around 11:30. Just to be prepared and be the overseer and make sure the other lifeguards get there on time. And, we'll go from there.
Okay.
Now, Carrie, there's only one catch that actually comes along with this job. We want you to work an additional 4 hours from 6 to 10 at night, but it's going to pay you $50 per hour. So you'll make an extra $200. How do you feel about that?
Man, I feel good. I mean, with the recession and everything, I could use that money right now, especially during the summertime.
Okay, now, here's the deal. This is in a gated community, like I told you before, but also it's going to be adults at night, and they are actually going to be swimming nude.
What?
And, yeah, they're going to be swimming nude, and what they ask is if they're going to be swimming nude, they want to make sure that the lifeguard that's protecting them is going to be nude as well.
Okay, I'm a certified lifeguard. I'm CPR certified. I'm a student. I've had other jobs, but nudity wasn't on my resume.
And I understand that wholeheartedly, but we're talking about you possibly making $1,750 a week. How you feel about $1,750 a week for your nursing school? I'm sure that'll definitely pay for it throughout the entire summer. That should be a big help, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, but
I mean, are you? How do you feel about trying it for a few weeks, and then how do you feel about that?
I don't know, but I mean,
you're going to watch over some adults who are actually just going to be nude in the pool, and you're nude as well up on the big chair that overwatches everybody. $1,750.
I don't.
$1,750, Carrie.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that.
$1,750, Carrie. We're talking about 4 hours of you being nude along with some other people that are already nude. So, I mean, what's the big deal, What we need you to do is come down. We're going to do some drills, some lifeguard drills, and make sure that you're definitely qualified. But we're going to make sure that when you do those, you got to be naked as well, okay?
What? Why would I have to do some drills naked? I'm already a lifeguard. What do I need to drill naked
and I understand
for?
all that, but in order, for our particular property, we got to make sure that you're actually prepared and ready,
I don't understand.
Well, that's the way it is, Carrie. We need you to come down and do some drills. It's not going to take long, probably about a half hour. You come down, you get undressed, you get in the pool, and we make sure that you're qualified to swim nude, to handle, to saving somebody's life nude, the whole 9 yards.
But what? I mean, what if my family come to that pool?
You know, Carrie, I can't go back and forth with you. I can't. Now, I know I looked at your resume, I looked at what you were doing and what you're pursuing in life, and I thought this would be a great opportunity for you.
But I can't do that to my family. And
no, wait a minute, hang on a second. Now, you can't tell me you can't do it now.
Oh, yes, I can.
Now, you get your down here in the morning so I can get these drills done, and I want you naked when you get here and get in this pool. You understand me?
Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Are you some kind of pool pimp? Lifeguard, human resources, hiring pimp? You're not pimping me. I don't have to come down there if I don't want to come down there.
You gotta bring your down here tomorrow and get in this pool and do these drills.
Who do you think you're talking to?
I'm talking to you. You get your out here tomorrow and you do these drills.
What you need to do is go get you a Pamela Anderson Baywatch, because I ain't the
Excuse me? What did you say?
I ain't gonna be doing no nude breaststroke for you all freaky. I don't know them people.
I don't give a who you know. Now you get your down here and you take the job.
I'm not coming down there to your fun pool tomorrow and swim nude and lifeguard nude for a bunch of raunchy. I don't know who you think you're talking to. I was trying to be nice to you. When you come to my house with that, and then I thought about it because I'm not that kind of girl. You got me up. Okay, you need to go get you a Pamela Anderson Baywatch, deep sea diving. I don't know what you need, but I'm not what you need.
You get your black down here tomorrow.
Who you think you're talking to?
I'm talking to you. Who you think you're talking to?
I'm talking to you. Who do you think you're talking to?
I got something I want to say to you. You listening?
You know what? You better go ahead and say it, because I'm about to hang up this phone in your face.
from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You just got pranked by your girlfriend.
Are you serious?
She pranked you, baby. Your girlfriend pranked you. You all right?
You know what? When I see that, she gonna have one less float. I cannot believe she did me like this.
All right, I gotta ask you something, baby. What is the baddest, I'm talking about the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Oh, the distress in her voice.
My family coming to
I thought about it, and I can't do that. I just can't do that to my family.
No,
Right.
Sweet.
Right.
Yeah.
She really was.
Get your black ass down.
How could you talk to her like that?
Tommy, I'd have been down there for sure. I'd have been got my daddy. But Tommy, you kind of blew it in the beginning. You know, you're going to be at the pool. You're going to be like the head. You're going to be the overseer. I said, what kind of slave ass gig is this? You're going to be the overseer. I said, right. What did his old ass say to this younger? You're going to be like the overseer. Well, damn.
He couldn't say the boss.
At what point shall I bring out my bag and pick a bail?
All right, nephew, thank you for that. Whew, I was scared for you on that one. Coming up next, Strawberry Letter subject number 2 will never be number 1. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. At the top of the hour, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, time now, guys, for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, dating, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. Yeah.
Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject number 2 will never be number 1. Dear Steve and Shirley, I was a single and attractive 34-year-old woman losing hope at finding love. I grew tired of the dating cycle, and I decided that I would not have sex again until I was married. I prayed and practiced celibacy, and a year later, I met the man of my dreams. He is handsome, educated, gainfully employed, and he loves the Lord. I fell hard for this man, and a year after we met, we got married. I was so excited for my wedding night because it would be our first time making love. He is blessed with the proper equipment, but it's his skill set that's lacking. On our wedding night, I had the absolute worst sexual experience I've ever had. It was 4 minutes from start to finish. Then he passed out and slept like he is showed out. Since then, he's been overly confident, and he's not as attentive and loving as when we met. 6 months into the marriage, I ran into an old friend from college, and he had some dental work done, and it made a world of difference in his appearance. We had lunch and we talked for hours. He said that when I got married, it broke his heart because he's always had a big crush on me, but didn't think I'd give him the time of day. Well, I've given him a lot more than that. I'm falling for this man because he has given me his whole heart, and he holds me after sex, kisses my nose, and looks into my soul when he talks to me. I'm ready to get a divorce and date my boyfriend for a while. I want to be happy, and so far, this guy could be my soulmate. Steve says that number 2 will never be number 1, so I want your opinion on my situation. What if this time there's an exception to the rule? Could this be true love? Wow. Well, by exception to the rule, you mean he's your number 2, right? And you're thinking of making him number 1, replacing your husband with him. Could this be true love, you ask? Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if love has anything to do with this. I do think lust is all over this situation, though. I do. And instead of, and what'd you say, Steve?
That was Tommy.
Good.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was Steve. Yeah,
I don't say stupid stuff out of nowhere.
Okay. Yeah, and you're right about that, and I should have known better because I do know you.
Hello.
You know, you talked in the beginning of your letter how you grew tired. You decided you wouldn't have sex again. You started losing hope and finding love. And then you met this great man, the man of your dreams. And 6 months into your marriage, you've already cheated on him. Instead of trying to fix your new marriage and fight for it, you haven't done that at all. I mean, I think you've checked out. You've moved on. Just 6 months in, I think you're falling for the grass is always greener trap. And not once did you say you tried to, talk to your husband about what you like, maybe he could do something better. And then wait a minute, you did say you prayed, you practiced celibacy, and your husband loves the Lord. So I would think that you would honor your marriage vows since you're the one that brought the Lord into it. I don't know. This letter doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I want to tell you to leave your number 2 alone and try to work on your number 1 right now since it's only been 6 months into it. But I don't think you're going to listen at this point. I just don't think so. Steve?
That was a short ass answer. All right, I guess
I just don't think she's going to listen. I don't.
Shirley through with her. I got you.
She wants what she wants, yeah.
And I understand what you're saying. I think you make valid points in here, too. The number 2 will never be number 1. Let me help you out with something. You said, let's start with the letter. Steve says number 2s will never be number 1s. So I want your opinion on my situation. What if this time that's an exception to the rule? Could this be true love? I said men don't make their number 2s when they have a number 1. If a guy has a solid, his ride or die, and that's what he calling her, and then he got a chick on the side and you're number 2, we don't promote number 2s to number 1 because you ain't considered ride or die. That's what the situation is.
Okay.
So now, this is a different situation because you're married. You're supposed to be your husband's number 1. And your husband is supposed to be your number 1, but now you are a woman wanting to promote your number 2 to the number 1 position, and that's what you're wanting to do. This is rare.
Very rare.
Let me walk you through some contradictions in this letter before I give you what I want to say. You didn't have sex till you was married, 34-year-old woman, found this man. He's a man of your dreams. He's handsome, educated, gainfully employed, and he loves the Lord. You did not mention how much you love the Lord.
She brought him up, though.
Yeah. But he loves the Lord. You ain't say nothing about you. I fell hard for this man, and a year after we met, we got married. I was so excited for my wedding night because it would be our first time making love. He's blessed with the proper equipment, but it's his skill set that's lacking. Oh, so you took a year off, still had your skills. So what are we really talking about here?
All right, hold on, Steve. Yeah. Part 2 of Steve's response is coming up at 23 minutes after. Number 2 will never be number 1 is the subject. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter. Subject number 2 will never be number 1.
This is an interesting letter about this woman who states that Steve says that the number 2 will never be number 1. So I want an opinion on my situation. What is this? What if this time there's an exception to the rule? Could this be true love? I'm going to get to this part quickly, but first of all, she married this guy, a man of her dreams, everything. She's been celibate for a year and a half. She didn't have sex to her wedding night. She was so excited about the sex. She fell hard for the man. They made love. He got the right equipment, but his skill set is lacking. Our wedding night, I had the absolute worst sexual experience I ever had. It was 4 minutes from start to finish. Damn. So he done got you undressed, took all them buttons off that wedding dress, got all them garters down and them. thigh highs and all that, and unsnapped all them spanks and got all that stuff unstrapped and got them clips. Wedding dresses had about 4 or 5 pieces to it.
Uh-huh.
Whoo! Oh, and then right after that, it was over in 4 minutes. And he passed out and slept like he had showed out. To him, he did. Now, he ain't had sex in a year and a half either. So, come on now. It's a lot. So, first time, maybe he didn't do right. But I guess it continued that way because since then, he's been overly confident. He's not as attentive and loving as he was when you met. So in other words, I'm assuming you're saying that he's become arrogant for some reason. That maybe he think he all that because you ain't looking upside his head the right way.
Right.
You know, this 4 minutes, you need to stop something. Before we get, hey, excuse me. Can I get more than 4 today? What we doing? Can we do 8? Let's get a clock. You need a timer on the nightstand. Hit it, ding, like a chess clock, ding. And I need 8 from you tonight. Let's work. Let's beat last night. We need 12. But he ain't been giving it to you. So you ran into an old college friend, had some dinner work done. So that means before in college, he had a ragged ass mouth. But now he done got this dinner work done, and it's made a world of difference. He said when he got married, it broke his heart. He always had a big crush on me, but he didn't think I'd give him the time of day. Well, hell, he knew he wasn't. He had a ragged ass mouth. You know, he knew. Well, he knew.
Yeah.
He knew the girl wasn't going to give him time of day. You got ragged ass mouth. Raggedy mouth ass men know they ain't got no, you know. Your teeth they going to see your teeth. Hard to hide your teeth when you're talking. Can't laugh with bad teeth. You can't even have a good sense of humor when you got a ragged ass mouth. So I've given him a lot more than that. I'm falling for this man because he's giving me his whole heart. He holds me after sex, kisses my nose, looks into my soul when he talks to me. I'm ready to get divorced and date my boyfriend and date my boyfriend a while. I want to be happy, and so far this guy could be my soulmate. Steve says his number 2 would never be number 1, so I want your opinion on this situation. What if this time there's an exception to the rule? Could this be true love? All right, here's my answer. It could be. Okay. You may have married a person that's not your soulmate. It happens all the time. Sometimes it take a minute to find your soulmate. Sometimes it take more than one time. Help me, Jesus.
Did you think she
work through this letter.
Gave him a chance, though?
I think it's maybe
6 months of marriage, though?
I think she may have realized she made a mistake. I think this once you got to living with a guy and sleeping with a guy, you discover some things that might not be changeable. Now, you can go to counseling, but you got to be in love with this man. If you're not in love with a person, it ain't going to work.
Mm-hmm. She said she
Tina Turner said, whoa, what's love got to do with it?
She said she fell hard for him.
Well, fell hard and stayed falling is 2 different things. Yeah. I fell hard for a whole lot of people in my life. Got my ass right back up, though.
Me too.
Yeah, I fell hard for a whole lot of damn people. Got my ass right on back up. Let me stop this
game. Did you marry them, though? Did you marry them, though?
I'm on my 3rd marriage.
You said a whole lot of people. You haven't had a whole lot of marriages.
No, I ain't married to everybody I fell for. I fell for 3 women because they had apartments. I was homeless. Yeah. If I met a girl at the club, when I was homeless, I met a girl at the comedy club. I was in love with her that night. Hard as hell.
You fell hard for her that night.
I love you.
Love at first sight.
What did you say, Steve?
At first sight.
I love you. As soon as I heard her, she had some keys jangling. Hey, what is them keys to? She said, my apartment. Apartment? A door? You got a bathroom? What? A kitchen? Girl?
I love you.
So, it could be. And you may have married the wrong person. But only you can know that. Now, I don't tell people to stay in marriages that ain't good. Counseling ain't going to save all of them. Sometimes you made a mistake. You got to eat the mistake. So, no, it is an exception to the rule. He could be it. But you could be wrong about this one, too. I'm on my 3rd.
All right, guys, we got to get out of here. You can post your thoughts on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM and check out our Strawberry Letter podcast on demand, okay? You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. With travel continuing to rebound, it sounds like a lot of people will be heading somewhere. According to AAA, 39.2 million people will travel 50 miles or more over Memorial Day. And with all those travelers, there will be plenty of traffic. I'm talking plenty of traffic. I'm talking plenty of traffic. Of course, the car isn't the only way people will be escaping. Millions of people will be flying or taking a cruise or the train or the bus. So, guys, Steve, think back when you were a kid. Tell us about your favorite road trip vacation memory.
I don't have any.
What?
All my
You didn't go anywhere as a kid?
But damn disaster.
What do you mean? What happened?
Peeing in the Maxwell coffee can because he ain't want to stop. My daddy, man. So he needs hot ass pimento cheese sandwiches. I didn't like none of that. Skip all that.
Pimento.
I couldn't wait to give me some money so I could get out of here. This hill.
Y'all could not pee.
Hell, we having a good ass trip, 6 hours all the way to West Virginia. We sitting in the back of this hot ass car. We ain't got no air. He ain't running the air because it burns more gas. We in the back of that hot ass station wagon, sitting up in here, man, felt like just animals in the back of that damn car.
How did we not run the air back in the day? How did we not?
Trying to lay down in the back of a station wagon and go to sleep with these badass shocks on this car. Then I want to go to the bathroom. We ain't stopping pee in that coffee can. Boy, man. On my knees trying to pee in this coffee can. Sick of this mess right here. We ain't have no money
you have
for
no
nothing.
favorite memories.
All the white people stopping at Stuckey's and all these little places getting out eating. We got to eat what my mama made. We opening up stuff in wax paper. It's wet.
Because it's hot in there.
All these white people going in the restaurant to eat. We just looking out the window. Don't get out this car. We're going to gas up and keep going.
Y'all can't even stretch your leg.
Stretch your leg.
Here running around here, be done touch something and knock it off the shelf, and then I got to pay for that too? Just stay in this damn car. Stick your head out that window again and see what happens.
Why you can't
get in trouble for that? So this is pretty traumatic for you, huh?
Wrong. Pimento cheese, man.
I know.
On the sandwich in the wax paper.
That and egg salad sandwiches.
Hog head cheese.
Hog head
pimento.
cheese.
I don't want none of that.
But
None of that.
hog head cheese
None
when
of
it's hot.
Boy.
Junior, that's the only way I've ever had
Not
it.
what you want to eat.
We are survivors. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, guys, time now for Comedy Roulette. Jay, take it away.
All right, here we go. Comedy Roulette. You take 4 subjects, 3 subjects, don't matter. Put them on a wheel, spin the wheel where the wheel stop, and it stops. We'll make it funny because that's what we do. There you go, Shirley.
Oh, I thought you was up that.
See,
You messed
He didn't cut
everybody
it
up.
short. He didn't cut it short.
ever since he got sick, he more respectful of time.
Yeah, he got everybody. I was waiting.
Yeah. No, he didn't cut out all that jokey joke.
I thought it was his equipment. Honestly.
Wait on that. He's a comedian. Jay's a comedian. None of that.
None of that. That's all that out.
That's right, Jay. That's right, Jay.
All right, here we go. Number 1, excuses black people make not to get in a swimming pool. Number 2, things you say to 50-year-old men who still wear cornrows.
Let's do that.
Excuses you make to not let the Jehovah Witness in the house.
Oh.
And number 4, things people say when they don't want to leave the waitress or the waiter a tip. All right, so let's spin it. Yeah.
That's totally.
50 year with cornrows. Let's go, baby. 50-year-old with cornrows.
Please. That's
Let's
not
go.
you. All right, it landed on excuses black people make to not get in the swimming pool.
All right, I'm going to start it off because this is for real. Once I get in the water, I get real damn ashy. I can't get in that damn water. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That's it. I tell you what, I don't know about black people, but these are the excuses I use. Not get in the pool. I got sickle cell. I could die.
That's like major.
Hey, I can't get in there. I swear I could die.
Okay. You know what? I wanted to swim today, But they don't make Depends in swimming trunks. That's the only reason why I ain't in there. They just, them Depends. They don't.
You gotta have them.
Yeah, I gotta have that, dog. I can't get in there without
I will never go swimming with you ever.
Excuses black people use not to get in the swimming pool.
That's it.
Yeah.
I like to swim all the way down and back. It's too many people in there.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't like overcrowded swimming pools.
Yeah, I just like to go down and back.
I got one. Excuses black people make so they don't have to get in the water. It's a whole lot of people in that water, and somebody, I don't know who it is, but I'm just guessing, somebody done broke wind, and I ain't getting in there. That ain't happening.
Yeah. Hey, excuses black people make for not to swim. Where y'all keep the floaties? I don't see no floaties. I can't get in there without floaties.
All right. Excuses black people make not to get in a swimming pool. You know what? Dog, I was gonna get in. I was, but my eczema done flared up. And, if I get in, everybody gonna get eczema if I get in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want everybody to get eczema because I got it bad,
Contagious eczema.
Yeah, this eczema here different. This different.
Excuses black people use to not get in the swimming pool. I'd go in with y'all, but black people are allergic to chlorine. We don't care for that.
Don't care for chlorine. All right. Excuses black people make so they don't have to get in the pool. See, if I get in the water, my fake jewelry will turn color. See, I don't need to get in that water, so I can't get in there.
That worked.
There you go.
I like that.
There you go.
I like
True
that.
that.
This angry black people why they don't get in the pool. We ain't like the boat ride over here.
Come on, close
All
it
right,
out.
close it out,
Steve.
Steve. Go ahead.
Excuses black people use not to get in the swimming pool. Well, I would get in there today, but I like more of a racial mix in the water when I'm in there. I like more of a racial mix in the water. I like more, 50-50, half white, half black. That's what then I'll get in.
Coming up at 20 minutes after the hour, we'll be back with more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Never far from the office, even on vacation? That is the question. A new survey found that 45% of respondents said they checked in with the office multiple times a day while they're on vacation. That's not a vacation.
Listen to this one over
I
here.
know. I
promise y'all I won't be coming.
20 weeks.
Don't worry about that.
He said I give you my word, though.
I'll tell you what, find me on Instagram.
Okay. I was gone last week. I ain't even tell y'all I was leaving. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
thanks a lot.
45% of respondents say they checked in with the office multiple times a day during vacation. 26% said they checked in at least once a day, and none of the respondents said they never checked in with work while on vacation. What? They need to talk to Steve.
Is it a disrespect to the people you on vacation with to stay on the phone and keep calling and working? Ain't that a disrespect? That makes sense.
I don't know what the hell you just said.
It's a disrespect.
I don't know if it's disrespectful, but I'm sure the arguments and all of that coming from, you're supposed to be on vacation.
I mean, if you out with your spouse and you guys are on a vacation, you got a 3-4 day weekend. Is it right to be calling back and forth, working on the phone?
No, it's not. If you're on vacay, be on vacay. All right, we got more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 after the hour with some trending news stories right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Never far from the office, even on vacation? That is the question. A new survey found that 45% of respondents said they checked in with the office multiple times a day while they're on vacation. That's not a vacation.
Listen to this one over here.
I know.
I promise y'all I won't be coming.
20
Don't worry about that.
He said, I give you my word, though.
Yeah, I tell you what, find me on Instagram.
Okay. I was gone last week. I ain't even tell y'all I was leaving.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
thanks a lot.
45% of respondents say they checked in with the office multiple times a day during vacation. 26% said they checked in at least once a day, and none of the respondents said they never checked in with work while on vacation. What? They need to talk to Steve.
Is it a disrespect to the people you on vacation with to stay on the phone and keep calling and working? Ain't that a disrespect? That makes sense.
I don't know. What the hell you just said?
It's a disrespect.
I don't know if it's disrespectful, but I'm sure the arguments and all of that coming from, you're supposed to be on vacation.
I mean, if you out with your spouse and you guys are on a vacation, you got a 3-4 day weekend. Is it right to be calling back and forth, working on the phone?
No, it's not. If you're on vacay, be on vacay. All right, we got more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 after the hour with some trending news stories right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. It is time now for Would You Rather. Let's play around. Let's get into it. Would you rather sing everything you speak, or would you rather dance every time you walk?
I'd rather sing everything I say.
Hey,
we know that's what you want.
I'm not fit to be that happy ass black person.
Dancing every time you walk.
Nah.
Doing a little jig.
Yeah.
So sing something, Steve.
Won't you ask me a question?
What time is our meeting today? Our conference call meeting.
The time of the meeting will be somewhere about 2:45. I want you, Carla, Tommy. I want Junior and Mississippi, Monica. I want everybody on Zoom. Get plenty of room. See you on the phone call. 3 hours afternoon.
He sings everything.
But all his songs gonna be long though, surely.
Yes. All right, so here's another one. Would you rather have Christmas twice a year, or would you rather have your birthday twice a year?
Chris' birthday.
Christmas.
You'd rather have your birthday twice? More than Christmas?
Hell yeah.
Why not Christmas, huh?
I thought you
Man, you know how much money I got to spend on Margie?
Christmas.
She already got Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, damn anniversary, her birthday. Hell no. We ain't finna do Christmas twice. Hell no. She got birthday.
Okay, perspective. I got you.
Okay. Right. Coins.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
All right. Would you rather be the commissioner of the NFL or be the general manager of your favorite NFL team? Would you rather be the commissioner of the NFL, or would you rather be the general manager of your favorite NFL sports team? Which one?
General manager ain't doing nothing. I need to be out front. I'm gonna be the commissioner.
Yeah, the commissioner. and the check way better.
But I'll tell you right now, Deshaun Watson would be playing for the Browns right now.
Deshaun Watson would be what?
Playing for the Browns right now. No criminal charges. We have none against you here either.
Yep.
So the commissioner, because he's out front. Okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What about you, Junior, for the Texans?
Commissioner? Yeah, commissioner. He wouldn't be in Cleveland if I was the commissioner.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
Well, good thing your little ass ain't the commissioner, hater.
All right. Thank you, guys. That is today's round of Would You Rather, coming up at 49 minutes after the hour, the last break of the day, and Steve Harvey's closing remarks right after this. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. All right, Steve, here we are. Last break of the day. This is the last day of the week for us, Friday, and it's you're up. Closing remarks.
You know what, man? Going into the weekend. I'm going to talk about a subject that can sound a little different coming from me, but I began to understand more and more why it's okay for me to talk about God. Because I am such an imperfect person, because I've made some serious mistakes in my life, because I'm flawed, because I am oftentimes transparent in some of my failings in life, because of my willingness to say I'm sorry, I have learned that I'm a very qualified person to talk about God, because I'm a good example that you can be an imperfect person with so many flaws, have done so many wrong things in your life, have gotten it wrong so many times, have been written off, ridiculed, understood and misunderstood, and you can still have a relationship with God that brings your life into great benefit. So therefore, I'm qualified to talk about this. Now, I'm improving, and somebody told me the other day, so you just gonna stay an entry-level Christian? Because I was jokingly telling the person, man, I think I'm really just an entry-level Christian. I don't really know how to do advanced Christianity, but I'm okay with this. So they said, so you're never going to improve as a Christian? I said, well, I'm doing the best I can right now with where I am and what I've been working with. I say, but, I think that, I've improved a little bit. I'm better than I was, but I may not be where you think I should be, but I ain't where I was. So with that said, this is a good reason for me to say what I'm saying. I would suggest to everybody that can hear me that you should form a relationship with God immediately, starting now. And the reason I know you need a relationship with Him is because life is so difficult. If you try to do this without Him, you're not going to make it. That if you try to get through this thing called life without a relationship with God, it is too difficult and you will be trapped. I learned something from Victoria Olstein. She said that the devil really don't care nothing about you. All he wants to do is rob you of your destiny. I had never heard anybody say that before. I really haven't, not that I can remember. She said the devil really don't care anything about you. He's not interested in you in the least bit. His mission is to rob you of your destiny, is to throw you off course, to not make you see what God created you to be. And that really caught my attention, because if I look back on my life, all the things I've happened, everything that's happened to me, every time the devil sends the bloggers to attack me, the one mission that's clearly at stake and is at hand is that they are simply trying to rob me of my destiny. When something happens in your life that the devil sets into play because he has all these imps that work for him, it's simply because he's trying to rob you of your destiny. That he knows that God has blessings for you stored up that he hasn't given to you, and he don't want you to get to that point of receiving them, so he got to throw you off course and keep you from attaining your destiny. And that's his job. And man, understanding that has made my life a little bit clearer. Ain't made it no easier, but it has allowed me and helped me to understand some of the things that occur in my life. Everything that happened to me ain't from the devils or the imps. Sometimes God provides a test. Sometimes the test is to prepare you for something that he has for you. So in testing you, it gets you ready for what you're about to receive. So I've learned that it's a little bit of this and it's a little bit of that. Sometimes I'm a little confused as to which direction it's coming from, but at the end of the day, God always reveals to me what the message was that he wants me to learn, because behind every setback and hardship, there is a lesson and a blessing. But the important thing for you all and for all of us is to form some type of relationship with God, because God knows your name. When you reach out to God, he knows your name. He does. He made you. He created you. He knows exactly who you are. He put them fingerprints on you. He made your 10 fingerprints different from the 6 other to 8 billion other people that's in this world and the billions of people that have already died. Ain't none of us have the same fingerprints. That's how much you mean to him. Have a relationship with God because he knows your name. Stay in touch with him. We were all created to need him moment by moment. When we walk away from that, we put ourselves in jeopardy. It opens up the door for the devil to slip in and rob us of our destiny. Have a relationship with God. Talk to him. You don't have to go to church to do that. Do that. You'll have a better weekend. I know I will. Y'all have a good weekend, hell. Drop that mic,
It's finally
Steve.
here. Drop it, Steve. For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com. You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.